Let's go watch it in 2D. No, let's go watch it in 3D. But if we watch it in 3D, then is it worth the cost?
There was an idea to bring together a group of remarkable people to see if we could become something more.
So when they needed us,
We could fight the battles they never could. The end is near.
Avengers Infinity War, April 27th.
This podcast is brought to you by 3D Wiggle. 3D Wiggle provides software that lets you convert your 3D images into 3D GIFs and or movies that you can easily share on Facebook or Twitter. We have a 20% off coupon in the link in the description, and we also have deals from Amazon, and we also have a Patreon. So please click in the description to get more info. Hello. This is Adolf Vega from 3D2D.com, and today I'm reviewing Avengers Infinity War. This is a spoiler-free 3D review, so if you have not seen the movie, you could listen to this review and not feel like I spoiled anything. As always, I'll talk about the 3D element of the movie first. Simply put, Avengers Infinity War looks fabulous in 3D. I watched this movie in IMAX 3D and was blown away. The 3D looks crisp and sharp and bright, and this movie is just made for it. You know, a lot of scenes are happening with pop-out 3D that are fun. It's not really gimmicky. Things just happen that, that pop out, and it works. Several scenes use 3D depth for a greater sense of scale. You get a good sense of height. 3D isn't perfect. There's some issues here and there, minor stuff, really. A few scenes are darkly lit in 3D, and darker scenes don't work well with 3D, at least not yet. These scenes are few and far between, so it's not a big deal. Overall, it doesn't really impact this excellent 3D presentation. The 3D usage is especially fascinating in the final scenes of the movie. Obviously, I'm not going to discuss that because it's spoiler-free, and it's massive spoilers. But needless to say, I was both stunned and impressed. When I went to the theater, I think everyone else there was like, whoa, what is happening? Especially at the scene and at the use of the 3D in this scene. Again, I can't talk about it because of massive spoilers, but it's an interesting idea, and it's obvious that the directors and people that did the 3D did it on purpose. And because of that, it's so interesting. I don't feel like the 3D in Avengers Infinity War is an afterthought. I feel like it actually put a lot of effort into this because of everything they've done. It even uses the story elements of Infinity War hand in hand to make an incredible, unforgettable cinematic 3D experience. I applaud the brilliant use of 3D visuals within this film. I don't want to see this movie in 2D. It looks so good in 3D. I strongly suggest experiencing this movie in IMAX 3D. Because it was originally filmed and shot in digital IMAX cameras. So you get the whole picture, and it's, if it's shot in IMAX, or watch it in IMAX, that's the ideal way to watch it. Overall, this is a must watch in 3D. I'll give it my highest recommendation. Great 3D, Editor's Choice 3D Award. This podcast is brought to you by 3D Wiggle. 3D Wiggle provides software that lets you convert your 3D images into 3D GIFs and or movies that you can easily share on Facebook or Twitter. We have a 20% off coupon in the link in the description, and we also have deals from Amazon, and we also have a Patreon. So please click in the description to get more info. Now, onto the movie itself. So, Avengers Infinity War is an amazing capstone of nearly 10 years in the Marvel Cinematic Universe. I watched this movie theater with the highest expectations, and I left the movie theater stunned and shocked to my core. Wow, this movie is epic. Epic is just not even a big enough word for this movie, really. I was worried that no movie could manage such a huge cast. It all feels balanced, and it feels like everyone has enough screen time and enough lines that are memorable and scenes. Obviously, this is almost a 3-hour movie, so you get that, and it feels huge. And Thanos is the main villain here, and he is a huge villain. Not just because his actual physical characteristics, but because of what he can do. And he's perfectly executed by Josh Brolin. The motivations for Thanos are clearly presented, and his arguments are both interesting and well conceived. Thanos is a strong villain, and they've been building this up for several years, and he delivers. And delivers, in fact, that I think he's the greatest Marvel villain. And this movie really has it all. It has excellent comedic element, it has heart, many touching moments and scenes. The movie knows when to slow down and have excellent character scenes. The movie has amazing action set pieces that are truly epic. The action choreography is simply incredible. The superb fight scenes are second to none and are breathtaking and exciting to watch. This movie is extremely entertaining and a pure delight. This movie is just something really special, and Marvel has done it again. This movie not only lives up to the hype, but exceeds it. The stakes are extremely high in this movie, and I loved the many bold choices that were made in this movie. That being said, some of the choices, some of the movie story elements leave a lot of obvious questions and unresolved issues. I'm confident that Marvel will clean up a lot of unresolved things in future movies, but it does feel like a complete package. It feels like a complete story. There's more to the story, but they do enough to make you feel like you got everything. You just want more. You just want to see what happens next. I will just want to keep watching this movie. I want to watch it again and again because I so thoroughly enjoyed it. It left me wanting more, and it works perfectly. The movie does an excellent job of being self-contained and building upon the previous Marvel movies. It also kind of feels standalone too. So they do a well enough job to recap a lot of things that you don't necessarily have to watch all the previous shows and movies and stuff. You'll probably be lost a little, but you'll still be able to understand it and have a good time. And you gotta give them credit for being able to, combine 10 years almost of cinematic movies and building up to this point and still have a self-contained movie. Ultimately, this feels both satisfying and earned, and is the perfect accumulation of the entire cinematic movie universe. They earned this. This was not something they tried and failed. They earned it. And it's hard to explain why without spoilers, but all the scenes, all the character moments, they've built upon from previous movies, and it makes sense. And it feels like everyone is putting out their A+ game here. I laughed, I cried, I cheered, and I was thoroughly entertained from beginning to end as I watched Infinity War. The movie is the best movie within the Marvel Cinematic Universe, and boldly pushes the franchise forward in interesting and compelling ways. I couldn't have asked for or wanted a better movie than this. This is one of the most amazing movies I've seen. And in fact, it might be one of my favorite movies of all time. Avengers Infinity War is the most ambitious movie of all time and completely succeeds in every regard. Avengers Infinity War might be the greatest and most entertained movie of all time. This is a massive achievement from Disney and Marvel, and they swung for the fences and hit a grand slam and any other baseball cliches you want to throw out there. This is amazing. With the highest possible praise that I could possibly give, I must give this movie an absolutely perfect score. Avengers Infinity War is one of the greatest achievements in the history of cinema, and I applaud Disney for making such a marvelous movie. My final verdict will be a 10 out of 10 Editor's Choice Movie Award. This is as good as it's going to get, and I am stunned and I want to see it again and again. And I am so happy that they pulled this off. It's better than I could have imagined. And I imagined a lot. So, Avengers Infinity War gives a huge thumbs up for me. That's going to be it for this review. Thank you for listening. Bye. This podcast is brought to you by 3D Wiggle. 3D Wiggle provides software that lets you convert your 3D images into 3D GIFs and or movies that you can easily share on Facebook or Twitter. We have a 20% off coupon in the link in the description, and we also have deals from Amazon, and we also have a Patreon. So please click in the description to get more info. Alright, so that's going to be it for this podcast.
We now have a Patreon, and the link is in the description. Thanks for watching.
And we are on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, little bit everywhere. Just look for us, 3D or 2D. And of course, review us on iTunes. And if you want to write us a letter, our email address is email3dortwo d@gmail.com. So that's going to be it. Thanks for listening. Bye.
Bye.
Bye, everyone.